Welcome back to Cryptogains for another video. I want to show you what I see in the Bitcoin price chart, show you what I think could happen in the coming months. If it's sounding interesting, drop the like, give me a subscribe. This is not financial advice. Take a look at this. I got Bitcoin on the weekly time frame, and I'm looking at this from sort of like the last perspective that I gave you. I remember telling you guys that I felt like Bitcoin would rise up to 122k mark, and that's pretty much what it did. It actually peaked a tiny bit through, went up to 123, 124,000, but it was around this mark up here. Like I draw a white line, it was around here. Have we seen the top for Bitcoin? Time will tell. I remember drawing this zone showing that we came out of it, and if we, I was expecting a pullback. If we came and tested into it, maybe that could be a good sign. See it hold support. And that's kind of what Bitcoin's doing right now. If you take a look, this was our prior high here. We had a prior high here. We got the wicks, which shows sell pressure. That means it was a strong resistance. And then obviously we broke through, but we hadn't come back down to test this higher, these highs, these prior highs. And now you can see we've got like a red candle down here. It's back in this zone. It's kind of testing this area, right? So I believe that if Bitcoin can hold this green moving average line, which is the 21-week moving average, right, then I think that we could see Bitcoin, bounce off it, come up, maybe see a nice green candle on the next week, because again, we're looking at weekly time frames, right? Weeks worth of candle action in every candle that you see. So, maybe we see a green candle on the next one. Let's make this green, and hopefully it can continue to keep creating new green candles as time goes on, eventually reaching a new higher high. But that will all depend on other things as well, the sentiment of the market. Because I'll tell you what, if this falls down, right, and usually we need a narrative to go with it as well. Usually price action goes and then the narrative comes. But if this falls down and breaks this green line, then that question becomes, have we seen the top? Was this the top of the cycle? Because, the next level of support from here would be right down at this orange line, which is about I'll bring this white line down. Look, it's down about $95,000. That's a steep drop, which means it might be a serious challenge for Bitcoin to recover from that. So, ideally we want to see Bitcoin hold this 21-week moving average line. I think it's quite important, because if you break that, then yeah, it could be some serious problems for Bitcoin. That doesn't necessarily mean that altcoins are going to be bad. Yeah, you might see altcoins fall with it, but I do think that the money, it's just showing that we may have topped, but the money is going to come out of Bitcoin, the huge amounts of money, and then it will flow into the altcoins, right? And one thing to also pay attention to is a bearish divergence. It's happening on Bitcoin's time frame. I can see it, and this is the monthly time frame. So the bigger the time frame you go, the more serious it can be. What is a bearish divergence? It's when price, and this is over the years, right? We're talking right back from 2017's top. It's when the price makes a high, then a higher high, then a higher high, and then a higher high. The price keeps making higher highs, and as that's happening, the RSI indicator, which is what we have down here, this blue line, makes a low, and then another low, and then another low. And this is what we're facing right now. So I'm hoping that when we see Bitcoin's price elevate, we can see this RSI here, this blue line, really, really come up. Hopefully this is the bounce. Hopefully this week or so we'll know something, and then we can really see it come and elevate right up and come higher than this last entry right here. Because if it can go above this one that I'm circling, then that would break the divergence, and that could be a good thing for obviously Bitcoin and everything else to keep really elevating and causing huge amounts of excitement into the market. But we will see. That's something that I'm keeping an eye on, because if we come up here, right, with the green, I'll just do another green line. If we come up here like this with this line, the RSI, and we come up like this, and then we come right up here and kiss this white line that I've just drawn, you see this white line? That's a bad sign, because that's confirming that the bearish divergence is strong. It can't make another high, which means that you're going to get new money coming, but it's just going to be old money circulating in Bitcoin, which then eventually the smart money will take profits and then dump out. So that's something to seriously pay attention to. And then, yeah, like I said, the altcoins, this is where I think this excitement will come. And I think that altcoins probably could do it. But you can see, again, there's a bearish divergence here with the altcoins at the minute. We haven't made a new high yet. I'm expecting a massive move up in altcoins that would form the bearish divergence. You see, this green candle hasn't happened yet. I think we're coming up into this blue zone, which will put all of the, and this is total 3. So all of the money, excluding Ethereum, excluding Bitcoin, just the money that we see in all of our favorite cryptocurrencies, the altcoins, alternative coins, I think it's going to really elevate up into this blue zone, $1.5 to $1.8 trillion worth. And then when it gets there, I'm going to look at my entire crypto portfolio and see what's happening. And if we're lucky, maybe we can see it go up into this orange zone up here. But we will see. But this is the target for now. And obviously, look, you got a low, higher low, and you know, will it be a higher low? Will it get up to here and then reject and come down, or will it simply just break through, causing so much excitement and coming up into this gold zone to really consider taking profits? Because look, in the last alt season, this is where we saw the RSI go right up here, giving people the best chance to really capitalize and take massive gains out of the market. That was just sign. So I'm looking for a sign like that. We will on the RSI. We'll see if it can happen. Right. So guys, that was this. Nothing too long to really discuss on here. I'm just, I've got all the other things up right now. We're in these are the ribbons. You can see we're deep into the ribbons. Not massive, scary things happening right now. It's still bullish in a sense of, because if you look at this, it's an upward trajectory. We're going up and we're going up and going up. But again, we need to pay attention to this bearish divergence, which is here. And I just want to see if we can really elevate. If Bitcoin can hold this, we are good to go. Yeah, this area right here. And right now that's about $107,000. So we'll see. You can see here we're seeing like a little wick at the minute. So we'll see if it can hold it. But if it breaks it, we are coming down to here. Guys, thanks for watching. Have a good day. I'll see you in the next video. Cheers. Never be defeated.